What's going on, guys? This is John Zakari, and today I want to talk about the recent ARMS Nintendo Direct. This was honestly probably my favorite single game focused Direct. Granted, it has a lot to do with it not being focused on just one game, but I'll get into that later on. In this ARMS Direct, we got a ton of new info on all things ARMS, extended looks at characters we've already seen, as well as a bunch of new characters. And as the roster rounded out, it really began to pull me in. Yeah, if you've watched my previous videos, you probably know that I haven't been really hyped about this game up to this point. But as I saw the cast roll out, I quickly started to get pulled back in. I mean, just look at that thickness. How could you resist? Beyond these characters, we got a look at the various game modes, and my god, there are a bevy of them. Traditional battles, team battles, online battles, break the targets competitions, and even one that involves shooting your opponent into a basketball hoop to score points. Yeah, some crazy stuff here, but this is what I really love in fighting games. You know, while going in one-on-one with someone is great, it can get old pretty fast, at least in my opinion, so it's fun to shake things up. I mean, this is why NetherRealm is actually my current favorite fighting game developer right now, as titles like the recent Mortal Kombats and Injustice always have a bunch of stuff to do. And similar to the latest Injustice 2, this game will have some gearing and stat upgrades. In past videos, we knew there would be different arms to mix and match on your fighters, but here we got a better look at unlocking more arms as well as upgrading those arms. It looks like when you get a duplicate arm rather than just being a disappointment, this will actually upgrade that arm, giving it better stats such as increased damage. Again, I love this stuff. More reasons to keep playing the game as you look to not only unlock more things, but upgrade those unlocks. I dig it. This all really went a long way on selling me on this game, and then they hit me with the KO punch. ARMS is getting a global test punch event, similar to what we've seen with Splatoon. Game devs, take note, and publishers as well, this is how you push a game, more so a new IP. This showcase did a lot to pull me in, but how can you pass up on a free chance to play the game? I mean, obviously, the biggest concern when it comes to these multiplayer games, especially fighters these days, is the online functionalities. If a fighting game is a lag fest online, there's really no bigger turnoff in my opinion. Also with this game, there's the whole motion controls deal. Obviously, they're pushing motion as the way to play it. So if that's unresponsive, that would be a pretty big blow as well. But with this global test punch, Nintendo has a chance to prove to us players that all these features work, and I can't wait to participate. And this presentation didn't end there. We got a surprise transmission from the Squid Research Lab, and we were treated to a look at Splatoon 2's single-player campaign, including some story. If you remember, the final Splatfest of the original Splatoon forced players to make a Sophie's Choice level waifu decision, having to pick between the Squid sisters, Callie and Marie. And it seems that the fallout from that will directly affect the story of the sequel. Beyond that, the gameplay looked awesome for this single player mode, fighting off waves of enemies, encounter some imposing bosses, and even do some grinding. Though single player in the first Splatoon was pretty good, but this actually looks awesome. And going off that, it seems to me that Nintendo is really rectifying their blunders with the Wii U here. I'm reserving my whole, oh, the Nintendo Switch just prints money memes until after E3, as that's when I think we'll get a real look at how bright the future looks for the Switch. But damn, they're doing a really good job here. Two newer IPs focused on multiplayer, both allowing players a chance to try the games out in advance. What better way to sell people on Nintendo's upcoming paid online? If ARMS feels as good as it looks and functions well online, then I'll be sure looking to pick up both of these games, and combining that with the already great Mario Kart 8, and I'm feeling like that paid online will be worth it, especially if it is only going to be like $20-something per year, which is already extremely cheap compared to their competitors. So straight up, here's the way I see it. Nintendo has a device that people are clearly interested in. Sales show that interest for a quality hybrid system is there. From the original ads for the system through seeing what they're doing now with Splatoon 2 and ARMS, it seems like they totally realize the marketing issues they had with the Wii U and are going with the opposite approach. Actually having enticing builds that draw people in. And if both of these games produce solid online after Mario Kart 8 set such a high bar, this system could be a destination for online play. Combine all this with the potential of E3. If at E3 they can prove that there is a robust library of games coming for this thing, then I honestly think the gaming world should be put on notice, as Nintendo will be coming back into the console wars in a big way. And with that, this video's a wrap. Let me know your thoughts on this ARMS Direct, as well as the life of the Switch up to this point, in the comments. If you enjoyed the video, subscribe to my channel now, and you can say you were a subscriber before it was cool. As always, I'm John Zakari, and thanks for watching.